good morning to everyone. And yes, we are come very close to the end of our conference right now. And what we heard yesterday and today is such a big range of different topics that I have to say it's nearly impossible to give you a summary of all this, including every aspect. So this will be have observed and considered and analyzed during the following weeks and months. For example, such different topics as financial services. We just had a discussion about the financial services, especially in the first part of my speech, and the portfolio structures for the limits for the asset managers, and connected to this, especially in the second part of our conference, the topics of the shareholder activism and the shareholder communication, including communication of the stakeholders, the stakeholder communication, including the bondholders. Only the communication, of course, because bondholders are not equipped with voting rights, but there's a discussion, especially in the UK, to include them in the stewardship program. And this is another aspect we should keep in mind and have a look at. Then the capital market aspects of managing the investment funds, the differences between long-term and short-term investments, long-term investments as good investment, short-term bad, and long-term investments are good. That's the point of view of the European Commission. What were the consequences for the asset manager? Then the acting in concert topic, which we had today, including the mandatory takeover bids, and yesterday the product governance procedures by the new regulation, connected to, of course, the taxonomy regulation and the SFDR. We had a short view to the three types of financial products located in Article 6, 8, and 9 of the SFDR, the different types of financial products. Then today, just a few minutes ago, we heard something about the green bonds, a very problem that's very narrowly connected to very close to the problem of greenwashing, of course. And the green bonds topic is, in a way, a very specific area aside of the central topic of professional asset management. It's a different topic we have to keep in mind. And what I just want to point out, for today we had the discussion of ESG labeling, which is very important, I think. Well, what's kind of the discussion we didn't touch during this first part of our meeting is especially corporate governance, but we actually plan and intend. Martin, please say if you just agree. We actually plan and intend to focus on that subject during second part of our project. And I'm convinced that there are just some surprises waiting for us following the developing actions in Brussels and the EU in general. For the time being, my German report, in essence, is still to be expected, as everybody could realize. As I just preferred in my speech yesterday, to go back to the roots by reason of giving you some introduction of the European law system. And that, of course, will be the initiating part of our book edition, and the specific aspects and issue of the German law will be in my follow-up. Yes, and well, what's left to say? Maybe some crucial points we just should keep in mind in the future, such as what about the role of the creditor banks according to impact? That means credit governance. See the discussion today. Are they to be green, as well as, for the example, sustainability quota instead of equity quota in the balance sheets, for instance? That's an open question. Then the topic of proxy voting, bank houses, see today our discussion. But I would like to put it in general and extend it to the problem of trustees in general. And then it's a problem which we can meet, and not only in Germany. I think this proxy voting by bankings is a specific German problem. But if you put it in general to the trustees, I think it's a very interesting aspect of that sustainable topic. What about the situation in non-independent companies, involvement of parent companies? That's what I said today too. Even if not listed at the board of exchange, you may just keep in mind that the parent company maybe not be listed in the board of exchange and not being exposed to all the kind of rules we just discussing about. In general, the relationship between intermediaries and anchor shareholders is another point, including family members, as we could hear today. And as I said before, the stewardship debate is still developing, including bondholders. The problem of acting in concert in trading business from the point of view of the funding managers, voice or exit, that's the choice, voice or exit. How should they have to deal with a voice or exit choice? For example, a voluntarily or mandatory takeover bid is released and addressed, among others, to the investment fund. And imagine the bidder is a somewhat bad company. You can say, don't say brown listed. I don't really know if they say it officially brown listed. It's like Rheinmetall or Beate Uhse. Beate Uhse is simply, but I think she's just in the past because it's insolvent. But what's the choice for the fund manager? Sell for a good price or exit? And exit or keep it? Sell is short-term investment and some kind of bad in the meaning of commission agenda, and or to keep it in behalf of common welfare, but against the return interests of the clients. That's the choice. And actually, that's an open question. Well, let me put it this way. We have to be a little bit patient and wait and see. As we all know, we are just planning our book publication for the end of this year. So that means we have to fix a deadline, and I think we should fix it at about end of September, if you just agree. And so we just may be able to have the book at the end of this year. Well, I suggest that we exchange further details and answer questions and so on by email, and perhaps have a video conference after in time. Martin and I will contact you soon by email, and then we can discuss the rest of all the open questions. Well, first of all, 1,000 thanks to you, Emmett, again. And your Budapest team for the hospitality. And I hope we will have many opportunities to return the favor, and as we all want to as I hope, continue working together on this beautiful project. So come all home well. I wish you a pleasant return journey and hope to meet you all again soon, healthy and happy. Thank you.